yard is looking extra beautiful today. Can't wait to get this tractor out into the field. We're gonna be listing beds here pretty soon, so that's exciting. We just barely finished leveling off this field. Welcome back to another video, by the way. We've already finished land planing this field right here. We plowed it, packed it, land planed it straight. We have a new land plane. This is actually the third one that we own now. We have a black one right there. That one currently is broken. It needs to be welded. The whole frame is like cracked in half. We're gonna need to get a machine shop or someone to re-weld it. We've already re-welded it twice, I think, or just one time. Might be twice. But anyways, we're gonna need to get someone to re-weld it like crazy, brace it like crazy, then we'll get 3 land planes going. But for now, we'll have this one, and then my brother is driving the other one today. So I'll be driving this one to the next field. It's actually a pretty cool one. It kind of folds and everything. I don't know, I just don't like the rake back here though, but you know, it's all manageable. But I like that it folds. You're a lot narrower going down the road. But yeah, let's go head over to the new field. And you might be thinking that that right there is the seed tender we had last year, but that's actually a new one. So we now have 2 of those. So planting season for peanuts is going to be even easier with 2 J&M seed trailers. No, that's not what you call it. Seed tenders. There you go. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I'm excited for that. Yeah, let's get to it. And getting here to the field. My brother was land planing yesterday, so I'm just gonna start right here and work my way around the field. I like to have at least a good smooth edge here at the edge of the fields, because this is where the plow came up out of the ground, and we don't plow really the edges of the field to get like the turn rows or anything, so it kind of leaves little holes here and there. So we like to get the edges a couple of times just to get it really nice and smooth. So far working pretty good. I'm not going along the field just yet. Kind of going right here in between the fields. There was a nice big dip right here in between, so I'm trying to close that gap, because the pivots, they do overlap with watering, and the plan is to just plant straight solidly across, so we'll be able to have full coverage here in between the fields. So I'm just trying to close this nice big gap here, trying to level it out, get it really nice and smooth. My brother is over there. He's working straight with the rows. He's trying to finish up the field while I'm getting all the edges and doing the finishing touches. So we're making progress. Currently doing about 15 acres an hour, and there's 2 of us, so technically 30 acres an hour. So in about 4 to 5 hours, this field should be done. And I don't know how well you can tell, but you see this little white stripe right here? If you're wondering what that really is, that's partially a few little rocks, and the reason why that's there is the oil field, like, oh, it's been years now, like 8 years ago, they ditched a line all the way across our field, which 2 fields actually. They ditched across this one and the next one over there. There's a huge plant there. I don't know exactly what it is. I almost want to say a natural gas plant, but I don't think that's right. Anyway, some sort of plant they ditched all the way across our field, so anytime we plow, you can always tell a nice white stripe of where they've been in the past. Half of the field is now done, so now I'm just doing the edges of the field, cleaning it up a bit, going past some of our wheat, which a lot of our wheat looks pretty close to being ready to be cut down already. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the next, and I want to say for next 2 weeks for sure, we're going to be starting to swath. But maybe the next week we'll start. Maybe, because today is Friday, maybe middle of next week to the end of next week we might start swathing. But we'll see what'll happen. But it's getting really busy around here. A lot of stuff to do and not enough men to do it. Well, my brother kicked me out of the tractor. He was here plasma cutting or trying to perforate some pipe for some new wells that we were drilling. And well, that's what we were doing the past couple of weeks, so it has been really interesting content, but he couldn't get it figured out. The plasma cutter wasn't working. So I'm here, I'm gonna see if I can get it figured out. He said it kept popping up a code. It looks like it's set right now, showing green. So I guess I'll just try to see if this new tip is on there. That looks good. To see what happens, I guess. Nothing. Oh, I see what he means. Red lightning symbols popping up. We don't know much about plasma cutters, but I mean, we know enough to do something about it. But it worked the other day whenever I was using it. Sometimes you just gotta turn it off and on again. Or maybe electricity is not hooked up. It looks like it's too much pressure, so you do a little less. If I can, there you go. I don't know. I guess I'll have to try to figure it out, and if I can't figure it out, then we'll have to hire someone to perforate our own pipes. But I guess I'll mess around a little bit, see if I can get it working. We just have a big air compressor feeding air to the plasma cutter. The shop air compressor keeps turning off for some weird reason, so we're using the big guy today. Well, big brother, there's your problem. All I had to do was just take this apart because you put it together wrong. You decided to take your tip and put it on the outside. No sir, that's not how it goes. You have to put that guy on there first, then put your cap on there, and then screw it all together. Then it works. Then you have to turn it off, and then you have to turn it back on, and then once it's turned on, shows you the little green light, and then when you head over here, then this one's going a little too fast. Might have to hit it with a hammer. Anyways, figured it out. Guess I can continue plasma cutting. This is fun. All right, so let's perforate some pipe. And we do have to kind of do it ourselves because the place where we normally buy it from, they're like so far backed up. They don't really have the manpower to really cut it either. So we've had this plasma cutter around for many, many years, and over time, majority of the time, if we don't have to, then we'll buy the perforated pipe. But in situations like this, whenever we can't get it because they're backed up and we're wanting to drill wells, and we're wanting to tie in the wells and test pump them and everything before hay season and planting season starts, and that's getting here within a month. So we're getting very, very busy. We need to get all that done. We need to finish tying in wells and getting the new wells hooked up to the pivot. So it's getting very busy, so I'm gonna get to work. I'll see how far I'll get done today. anyone's wondering what perforated pipe is and what it exactly means, essentially you just have a nice 10-inch pipe with a bunch of holes in it, like so. And what that'll do is this will go inside the well, the ones that the drillers are making, and then this lets the water into the well to where we can pump it up out of the ground and into our pivot. And this plasma cutter has always been nice, but recently it seems like it has just been causing issues, because even with all these parts, I'm still burning out quite a few of them. I just burnt out 3 sets, so there's 3, and normally one set, so you have your little tip, or what's it called, where you have your electrode, and then you have your what is it called? I guess it's called a nozzle, I guess, essentially. But anyways, I'm burning these out, and I don't know why. New swirl ring and everything. If anyone can tell me what's going on, what I'm doing wrong, I'm thinking, I don't know if you can see that little silver piece in there, you probably can't really tell. It has a little mark on there. I have a feeling that has something to do with it. I don't think that's supposed to be there. I think that's supposed to get clear contact to the electrode. So if anyone can tell me what the problem is, what I'm doing wrong, I would be greatly appreciated. But now I'm just I'm burning out way too many parts, and these are expensive. This one box is 58 bucks. It's ridiculous. So it's like a little over 10 bucks a piece, because there's 5 of them in here. So it gets quite expensive. I don't like spending this much money because they keep burning out. I don't know what to do. Enough plasma cutting for today, but we'll get back to lamp planing tomorrow. Well, let's get back to it. But actually, I gotta grease my tractor first. And we're all greased up and ready to go. We have one more circle to lamp plane here, and then this area here is done. And then we're going to be moving to a half miler, so it'll be it's just half the field, so it's 240 acres, but it's mile-long rows, so it's a pretty big field. That's what we're going to move to after here. We have here, I want to say close to an 80-acre little section here that we got to lamp plane yet, so a couple hours here and we should be done, and we should be moving on to the next field here pretty soon. And of course, now that we're done doing the outside of the field, now we're gonna go at a different angle than what we packed. And yes, every single field that we plowed, packed, and that we're lamp planing, we are planting peanuts into. So the plowing helps for reducing any sort of volunteer cotton or anything. You pack it back down, because or else that bed right there would be way too loose. So you pack it back down, lamp plane it to where it's nice and flat, and we'll come here later, and after we'll spray fertilizer, and we'll spray a residual on here. We'll water it, and then we'll come over here with a lister bar with busters, and we'll make some really nice rows. Which this field we're actually doing circle track, because we're planting a little bit more than 60 acres, so it doesn't really come even with if you do straight rows with the angle at the pivot. It makes sense anyway. But yeah, we're doing circle track on this field, but we'll come here with the lister bar, and we'll make some really nice clean straight rows, and it'll end up looking a lot better than what it is now, even though now it looks really nice. It's starting to look really nice and flat. So you're saying that you're stressed?
I'm very stressed.
You want me to come a little closer?
No, not really.
But what about if I just inch just a hair closer?
I don't know. I think I might just die of fright. I don't know.
I'm still a foot off. We're good.
Yeah, but a foot is like a farmer's edge, so.
Oh, this is funny. I'm just looking at how your land plane is doing. I'm just making sure you're doing a good job and you're not slacking.
All right, that sounds fair. Certainly.
All right.
Goodness.
See ya.
See ya.
I guess he was tired of me tailgating him, so he let me go in front of him. Oh, that's funny. You love to see it. And we're done. Let's go move out to the next field. At the next field. Got some good wheat looking over there. We might be cutting this any day now. It's not gonna take long. Time for some mile-long rounds. Just miles of dirt. 1 mile to be exact. It's just brown for days. Look kind of cool though. Lots of dust flying in the air too. And I think we're gonna call it for today. And for this video. As always, I do appreciate y'all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.